Have KELO Soul with us from VA. KELO, how you doing?
I'm straight, bro. How you feeling, man?
I'm good, I'm good. So KELO, tell us a little bit about your name. How'd you get the name KELO Soul?
How'd I get the name KELO Soul? That's a good question. I don't think a lot of people don't answer that in the interviews. I feel like they like ask me later. So far at least. But Kellogg's, they used to call me Kellogg's. So Kel was my nickname growing up. My name Markel. So that's where Kellogg's comes from. Kello got shortened. And it was just Kello at first, but when you look at the streaming platforms and all that, it's like 17 kilo versions or whatever. So, uh, yeah, Kelo Soul, and that's where that came from. I do my music intentionally. All my music comes from the soul, so that's where the soul part comes from, and where I feel like I get a lot of inspiration as well.
Okay, dope, dope. And you're from Virginia, correct?
Yes, sir. Born and raised in Virginia.
So let the people know exactly where you're from in Virginia.
I'm from Bedford, Virginia, originally. Bedford is the heart of Virginia, center of Virginia. So I born and raised there my whole life, very rural area, my high school. You feel what I'm saying? Beautiful place, but I think I couldn't wait to get out of Bedford for real. So when I went to school, I came to the 757 and fell in love with the area and ain't looked back since. So I've been here since 2015. Um, been able to make a name for myself and get a lot of different experiences. So uh, originally from Bedford, Virginia, but we Virginia is Virginia to an extent. You know what I mean? We all rocking together. Different parts. Where you from? It's a little different, but uh, yeah, bro. From Central Virginia, not Nova. A lot of people think if it ain't the 757 or Richmond, people like, oh, you from Nova, but very different. So yeah, bro.
Okay, dope. Like you said, with Virginia just pretty much being Virginia overall, who were you bumping in VA growing up?
Ti, a lot of Ti, Jay Z. Um, what was I listening to? A lot of Ti, Jay Z. Um, um, Biggie, Tupac, but also Alicia Keys. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think, what was I really listening to? Gospel music, you know what I mean? Kirk Franklin, um, all of that to tribute, all of the stuff. I was in the choir growing up, so but hip hop, bro, that's what I was listening to. Mainly T.I., Jay-Z, J.Cole once he started coming out. Like T.I. was my favorite rapper, then it was Jay-Z, then J.Cole. It's kind of how that happened. So
Okay, you said Ti first, so you see people talking about a Ti and 50 Cent versus?
yeah, I mean, I like T.I.'s music more than 50 Cent. I think I don't compare them in other areas necessarily. I could, but yeah, musically, I think Ti got it. But 50 Cent is a bigger artist, bigger brand. He's more popular probably than a Ti amongst all audiences. Ti's Dirty South hip hop. You like rap, you like hip hop. You mess with community black culture, you're gonna get Ti. You'll get that with 50 Cent too, but 50 Cent also has power and media, film. Uh Ti got ATL though, so it's like, I don't know. But yeah, I got Ti, bro. Rubber band man.
Just music for music, you got Ti.
Yeah, music for music, Ti. But 50 got bangers. I don't know. It'd be a good versus. It'd be a good versus. It's a good versus.
Okay, for
I will
sure.
say
Are
that.
you, sorry to cut you off. Are you active on Twitter or X?
Active. I mean, I used to be Twitter every day, high school.
Uh,
I be up there now though. I be using it. I be posting. So I'm active. I'm active up there at Kelodelic, KELODELIC. That was my Instagram first, Kelodelic.
Okay, I asked because right now they're having a debate on Twitter or X about Southern hip hop versus NYC hip hop, like the listeners and the sound being regional, whatever. But you're from VA and you said your second favorite rapper was Jay-Z. So how do you feel about that whole little debate?
I mean, I like Jay-Z more than Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the South, so I do think.
That's controversial.
I mean, I don't think so. I don't think so. They both Carters. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's cool, bro. But yeah, Jay-Z just spoke to me more. I can't do nothing about that. You know what I mean? But uh, um, I don't know, man. I feel like the New York in the top definitely has a sound that they look for, but it's a different pace. It's a different it's a different feel of life. So I feel like most of the people who are debating probably ain't never been to both places. You know what I'm saying? So I done been in New York. I done been in Philly up top a lot. My dad and his whole side of the family from Jersey. So summers to Jersey, New York. I remember the first time going to New York. So as a teenager, so I think it's way different in New York than it is in Atlanta. So it should sound different. It should sound very different. Some of the stuff is regional, even to slang terminology. Like stuff I might say out here about Virginia might be different or not as recognizable to some people. So
Okay, dope. And your third favorite rapper that you listed is J. Cole.
yeah, yeah.
Recently,
And I would say at different times they were all my favorite rapper. Like T.I. was my favorite rapper. um, like tank tops, rubber bands on the wrist. Like uh T.I. was a dope boy, you know what I'm saying? That's partially what I grew up around. So I was like, I fuck with T.I. Then my stepdad favorite rapper was Jay-Z. So all he played was Jay-Z. So it won't even and he was like, nah, Wayne not even messing with Jay-Z. He was like, not hating on Wayne or not, but he was like Jay-Z to death. So yeah, and then J.Cole. J.Cole was like, oh, this is like uh I remember the Who Dat video on 106 in Park. You know what I mean? Like I remember when he first started coming out, and I was listening to his tapes. I was like, yeah, this dude is crazy. And I was at an age where it's like Friday Night Lights, all of that. It makes sense. you know what I'm saying? You leave in your small town of North Carolina. I'm from a small town of Virginia. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro, I rock with Cole.
okay, cool. And you was able to actually meet your favorite artist and not
Yeah,
just meet him, you was actually, able to freestyle for him and the freestyle went
yeah.
viral. So talk about that whole moment of me and J. Cole.
I think it was divine. It was a blessing for sure to be able to meet J.Cole and him to be cool enough to let me rap. You feel what I'm saying? Rap for him, and then me to smoke it, and he rocked with it, and he like, yeah, you talented, you gifted, keep making music. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of interaction that wasn't on the camera. We was there for probably like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It's me and my girl, and bought the CDs and the autographs and put it up pretty like immediately. It was crazy because I was leaving. I was like, nah, nigga, I had a way crazier verse than that. Like, and my man's I was there. He was like, bro, look at you leaving. You ain't even in the, you know what I mean? And I think that's just like that's even is a testament to how I feel about this music. You know what I mean? Like, I love this. So being able to meet somebody that makes music that I, you know, identify with or that impacted me, in a way that I want my music to impact other people. It was a blessing. It's beautiful. It's amazing. And for him to be able to say, keep going. And it's like it lit a fire up on her. You know what I'm saying? One of my goals this year, and it's on my vision board too, was to get more into music because I run a business called Cofee Black. It's an enterprise, and we do events, creative content, and consulting for different businesses on creative strategy, mostly around art, music, entertainment, fashion. But events takes a lot of time, and I started doing events because of music. So all full circle to be able to have this goal this year, then meet J.Cole. And it's been up, man. I just dropped my project on Even. The Even team been showing love. They had me on the cover page the day I dropped it. It was super cool. They posted me on their page. They ain't have to do that. Like, it's love, man. It's love. It's affirming, but at the same time, it's just God. I feel like winking. You know what I mean? Like yeah. And I feel like I've had a lot of moments like that to where it it justifies the things that I've done and lived that like other people would never understand. Or like, it's crazy, bro. Like I be going hard, man. So it feels good.
Okay, that's what's up. And also people have been discussing that the rollout or however J. Cole is going about, signing CDs and being in his car and stuff. People are saying
Mm-hmm.
it's performative, but that's really how he is. Like he's very chill and humble.
Yeah, I think a clip just came out, and he's super chill and humble. A clip just came out. I saw, I think it may be the last episode of The Fall Off, but he was talking about why he did it and really wanted to interact with the fans versus the digital numbers and the lack of feeling that he began to kind of build up on that. And I think it should be a testament to everybody that, the best marketing is still word of mouth, in person, physical, when you can rap for somebody and then they rock with you right after that, you got it. You know what I mean? Or if you can go out and talk to somebody and give them a flyer for your event or, sell your pie or whatever, you know what I mean? Like you go do your interview live. You know what I'm saying? Like it's I think it's a craft and not even a craft, it's just a natural thing that people I think forget with these phones and these computers and TVs, screens, meta glasses, Apple watches we got, you know what I mean? Like people ain't really. And with music, the physical sale, my uncle talk about all the time, the physical sale is not a thing as much as it used to be. So it actually takes money away from the artist, especially when you have a Spotify, and these big companies doing what Most Def calls Bugs Bunny mathematics. I don't know if you listen to the Dave Chappelle podcast, but he talks about it's like a one for me, or yeah, it's like one for me, one for you, two for me, one for you, three for me, one for you. It's like they math on Spotify, right? It's almost similar to he talks about and references colonization and how uh, the higher level organization would essentially charge the colonies to live. It's kind of crazy, bro. So yeah, man, that physical sales that's undefeated, that pay what you can. I love Eve and I love the platform. I've been doing pay what you can for my merch for a long time. So to see it with my music, I dropped it on Even and it's been doing really good. So yeah, bro, shout out to Cole for just being dope, bro.
Okay, fire. We're gonna come back to your project and we're gonna come back to Even, but I want to stay on this movement with J. Cole. So that clip going viral, that led to a lot of people tapping into your music. I saw
Mm-hmm.
like your streams went up almost like a million or something around that number. You were talked to by a bunch of major publications. Like, how did that, feel all that stuff happening so quickly?
It was a little overwhelming for real. I mean, because you still got life to deal with. You got all these different things, but it felt amazing at the same time. I feel like again, it's a blessing, bro. I believe in God. I feel like He gives blessings to those who deserve it, and I'm thankful for it. So it's been crazy. Genius, Double XL, Complex, Even, Hip Hop DX. Uh, Rap Daily. All of these different platforms showed love. And what's really dope is that most of these people, and even local stations, Channel 13, Wavy TV 10, Pilot. Uh, I got an interview coming up in Lynchburg and in Roanoke with two other stations next month or this month. So, and it's still rolling, man. So it's been good, man. I'm just making sure everything is together, right, properly, and the business is right. So it's been dope, man. It's been everything you can imagine, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shit, like all I need now is a clips feature.
Okay, dope. And you already, like you said, me and Cole, that was something that was on your checklist. So did me and him and him telling you you were dope, did that cosign validate, yourself, or were you already like super confident in your abilities?
It definitely boosted my confidence. I think it would naturally boost your confidence if you were an actor and Denzel was like, "Yeah, nigga, you got it." So it boosted my confidence to a level that I think it should have already been at to an extent. It's like, all right, yeah, it's like let's do this shit. So it was dope, man. yeah, it was definitely a boost, and I think it was affirming. But I also think it was just confirmation that everything that I have been feeling, it's this feeling. I don't know what other people feel, but there are a few things that can make you feel this feeling. I feel like love is one of them, right? Or like, grief maybe, but it's like a pit feeling in your stomach. It's like you can't even breathe almost. But it's an intuition, I think, and I've always known music is me. That's the thing. So, but in life, you have this balance of uh practicality and passion. And so, how practical is it that I follow this passion and I got to pay rent, I got a car note, you know, uh, whatever. I ain't trying to move back in with parents, whatever the case may be. And then the alternative, even working a job. I've worked a lot in corporate America, right? Like I got a college degree. I worked at some fire organizations and places doing some dope stuff like that people would love to do. But for me, it's just like, man, I really want to do music. So it's like, even identity, right? It's a beautiful thing. I think the timing is great because I've matured into somebody who is more sure of who I am and what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So it's affirming, bro. It's dope.
Okay, fire. That's what's up, man. And then Artaway, a single Artaway. That was your first
Yeah,
release after meeting Cole and everything going viral. Why'd you go with
yeah.
that piece? And how was the timing dropping it after that viral moment?
Artaway was the freestyle. So what I freestyled to J.Cole is Artaway. So it's the same song. So I was like, I'm gonna drop this now because I already got it recorded. So yeah, I already had it. I already had it recorded. And when I'm driving around looking for Cole, I went to Norfolk State first. Me and my girl, we sitting at Norfolk State chilling. Maybe like an hour pass, we burn one, and I'm like, the students is jumping at every black Honda they see. Oh, it's J.Cole. They running, flash mob running, just joking or whatever. And then I sent a video to the homie, and I'm like, yeah, bro, they tripping out here at Norfolk State. I was like, it's Cole coming out here. He was like, nah, he at Waterside eating. He told me, and I sent him the video. So he told me where J.Cole was. As I am leaving, he showed J.Cole the video I sent him and told him, yeah, they in Norfolk State waiting on you. J.Cole didn't even know that he wasn't even gonna go to Norfolk State. So it's kind of crazy, man. And then you go back to again that business, that event, and how I even met dude to have that connection. But yeah, Artaway was dropped because that was the freestyle that I had for J. Cole. It was already pretty much in a good enough shape to just drop it. So I didn't have that song for I think I recorded that in 2024. So uh like so it's crazy, man, like timing, right? I could have been dropped that. But for whatever reason I convinced myself not to drop music. And I think it's to all artists, man, drop your music. Like if I had a couple more albums out or a catalog, I might already be, I don't know, but I'm not saying I could have or should do anything different. Like that's on God to give you that blessing or that time to manage. But yeah, bro, Artaway was right on time, so it was a natural. I just dropped it because I was like, it makes sense.
Okay, fire. And so pretty much you're saying you're the reason Cole even came to Norfolk State. So the Norfolk State students, they gotta send you a thank you.
Well, they got to send a thank you to Boss Bags because Boss Bags is the reason I met J. Cole. He got his hands in the pot. They need to send a thank you to him. They probably already have. He already tapped in with Norfolk State, so he doing big stuff for homecoming, all types of stuff. So it's big love to state. I actually went to Norfolk State for grad school. Dropped out of grad school though, because it was a scam. So in my eyes, at that time of my life, uh, and then the pandemic was happening, so I was like, yeah, I ain't about to pay for this. Virtual, same price, no discount. That don't even make sense, brother. That didn't even make sense to me. I said, that's a scam. That's a scam. Y'all gonna make me pay full price. I can't even come in. Come on.
Okay, and let's talk about the visual for Artaway. It was filmed at one of your Cofee Black events, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Why was it important for you to highlight your community events in the video?
I think I think it was natural, and I think that whole week was kind of natural. That Tuesday we had that, then dropped a song, and then I already had the event Friday, so I was like, okay, let's shoot a visual. And I told some people to pull up, and I think it was important to show the community love because the community gave me a lot of support and still does, and is still showing me a lot of love, and I'm getting a lot of feedback. You know, you deserve it, da 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 da, all of that. So, but um, but I think it's dope to show the 757 to show Virginia. You know what I mean? I'm not who I am today without the 757, without Virginia, without the community. So, you know, as I rise, I plan and pray and hope to rise the platform of 757 and Virginia, you know, because, you know, we really like that. Where you based at, bro?
NYC.
Okay, you in New York. Word, bro. That's what's
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
man. That's what's up, bro. I got to get up there.
Yes, come through, pull up.
I shot a video in New York in maybe 2022. It's on my YouTube. It's a Tia Kareem uh Freaky T remix.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Love New York, man.
All right, we gotta check that one out. So
You
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 also
got hold on, I'm sorry,
very good.
you got you got T.I. or 50.
In the verses? That's a good question. That's a good question. I'm gonna have to say I think I think Ti can beat 50 off of longevity. I think 50 might have two or three bigger hits, but like throughout the whole set, I think Ti can get 50. Like I
Because
think
it's 10 songs on there.
in the club is like super big and
More questions.
yeah, 21 questions.
Uh,
But then like after that,
now 50 got something though. You got the uh oh I can't think of Mini Men.
yeah, Many
Uh
Men.
Get Richard Not Trying got like four on there. You know, you got the jumps with Eminem. He got a couple, but it'd be cool. Yeah. I was just curious, bro. My bad. But
But nah, good question, good question. So I know you also created the official anthem for Earn Your Leisure's Invest Fest. So how important is financial literacy to you?
oh, financial literacy is very important to me and I think everybody, especially our community. And Earn Your Leisure is a great inspiration and platform for people who are looking to do good business as well as just to learn different things creatively and scale. I think to a national platform, they have a lot of resources and invest money. I think that's a big thing. So investing into long-term stocks. They also talk about option trading, which is a little more risky. I don't do that as much, but I think financial literacy is very important. And Earn Your Leisure has Invest Fest every year in Atlanta. So I went down to Atlanta on off the humbug, like, yeah, I'm about to just go to Invest Fest, no ticket. My homie was my business partner and my homie, he lives in Atlanta. He was vending. So I was like, all right, I can get in. He'll give me a wristband. I work for him, do some stuff, whatever. He gave me the idea. He was like, you should shoot a video or something while I was there. And I was like, I drove to Atlanta from Virginia, wrote the freestyle on the way to Atlanta, called my homie who was in Atlanta, recorded it that night, uploaded it. Similar to the J.Cole thing, man. Like, I think it's capitalization, and I think a lot of it's a big difference between capitalization and opportunistic. I think some people see opportunistic because they didn't capitalize on the opportunities. But yeah, man, I love Earn Your Leisure, so went down there, did the freestyle the first year, recorded it, didn't have a videographer, random dude in the crowd. You know, it's 20,000 people there. Just God, man, connections, and me being the person that I am, like a people person, and being able to just walk up to them like, yo, can we shoot a video, throw in some bread. Next thing you know, they posted on our page. He get hired to do video for them next year. And then they give me a free ticket to come to the VIP, which is $2,000 ticket. I got to perform at the VIP during Invest Fest. Went back the last 2 years. The 2 years after that, did a video. Missed it last year, so I did it 3 years in a row. I'm going back this year. trying to get on the stage. Actually, gonna send them my EPK and all of that soon. But mad love to Rashad, Troy, and the whole Earn Your Leisure team.
Okay, that's what's up. So we're coming down to the last few minutes of the Zoom duration on the interview. So I want to fit in your newly released EP, Everything I Could Find.
Yeah.
You released it on February 28th, so that's a I want to ask you a few questions. Why'd you do a
Okay.
Saturday release? And then talk a little bit about just what Everything I Could Find, what it represents for you.
Yeah. What's crazy is it was gonna be Saturday release on the 28th, and then Wednesday night I ain't go to sleep. I don't think so. I just put the whole joint up, or I like woke up at like 3 in the morning, and I was like, all right, I'm up, and so I did the whole thing. And I was like, because I was gonna put it on streaming, I was like, I'm gonna just put it on even because that's what I want to do anyways. And I put it up on even. Even uploaded that joint the next morning, right? Another benefit of even, you don't gotta wait forever for your music to hit the platform. They may slow down if as they scale, but I don't know. But I picked February 26th was ended up being a date, so it was 2/26/26. So partially a nod to J.Cole, you know what I'm saying? 2/6. And then it's Black History Month. That's what it was going to be originally. It's the end of February, the final day of Black History Month is what it was going to be on. So, um, and I just felt like it was ready. I was trying to drop it the week of, but one thing my shorty really reminded me is just not to rush because everything has been happening divinely. So I think it's important not to rush, but also to understand that you have to move urgently, right, and quickly, and be serious, but you can't rush. So, uh, and I don't think I rushed, but we got it out quick. So I had 3 or 4 of the songs. It's 7 songs. I had like 3 to 4 of the songs already recorded. Um, I re-recorded some of the parts on them. Most of them was just references. Even Artaway, when I dropped that, like that wasn't mastered. It was just my reference that I had already had. We had mixed it a little bit, so cleaned it up more on the project, but it still has the same integrity. But yeah, man. So everything I could find. My EP just came out on Even. It is literally everything I could find. I think it's a great representation of who I am as an artist, my sound, and what I stand for in many different ways. I'm addressing different topics that come from my life experience, as well as things I think people can relate to based off their shared humanness. And I believe those things to be true in all the music I do. I put my soul into it. It's 7 beautiful songs layered with different textures of sound. The fabric is knitted, very well. I think it transitions really beautifully as well. So I really would appreciate anybody who would support and go get it off of Even. It's name your own price. I believe that you should pay the artist for the art. I'm the artist, so everything I can find is for the people's EP, and there's a lot more music on the way.
Okay, fire. Make sure you guys go check out that Everything I Could Find EP. So I have two quick questions for you to end the interview. One, what conversation do you hope your new EP, Everything I Could Find, sparks about you as an artist? And lastly, tell us a little bit more about Even and why'd you
That's a good
decide to
question, bro.
release on Even?
You asked great questions, man. Shout
Thank
out
you.
to the Diamond Cut, man, for having me for real. One topic or thing that I want people to take away and think about for yeah, me as an artist after they listen to the project is that I care about the images of Black people in media a lot. And I think that it is our responsibility to our best ability to analyze those things at minimum, at least analyze them and think about what they're doing. So I think that's a big thing. I think about that a lot, especially you'll see in the song Jack and Jill Scott. I'm talking about kind of the adultification of Black kids off of media and entertainment. Like, you know, uh, I ain't gonna get deep into it because you said quick question, but yeah, that's what I would say about that. I care about how we look in the media, and I do have plans and will always have representation or messages to that or how I want to change it. And then the second question, uh, even is was about even. Even is a platform that they started for independent artists, not even just for independent artists, but for artists to be paid directly to them, similar to a Patreon or a Bandcamp or something like that. So even is essentially music and whatever you want to put up there. It can be videos, behind the scene footage. You can make restricted access for folders and releases. Even takes 80%. Oh, even takes 20%, and the artist takes 80%. Whereas Spotify is giving you 0.00008% or something like that. So I think it's dope. They have a really good customer service system. They help you on the back end. They have a live agent that can help you. They push your media, but it's a platform for artists. I know LaRussell has some equity in the company. LaRussell is, like my West Coast cousin. I met him one time. He may or may not know me. I'm looking forward to tapping in when we do finally. But LaRussell used Even a lot for his releases. He's made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of Even, to my understanding. So he put me on game to Even, and then he just also did a deal with UMG. So you see like Wiz Khalifa, uh, uh, I can't remember some other people, but some other big artists put they joint on Even as well. So Even's a dope platform, man. I implore artists to get their money, man, because you deserve it. Ain't no art without the artist. You know what I mean?
Definitely, definitely. All right, Kilo, definitely love that conversation we had today. To wrap up the interview, let the people know where they can find you on social media, where they can find your music, your website, everything.
Yeah, man. Tap in with me on social media at kelo.info on Instagram. That's also where you can find me on different platforms, kelo.tiktok. My website is kelosoul.comey.io, or you can just go to www.kelo.info. Tap in with me at all times. Everything I can find is out now on Even. I appreciate Diamond Cut for having me today. My website has all my social media links, all of my Spotify, Apple, KELO Soul, everywhere, KELOSOUL. Tap in and follow me at kelo.info.
All right, you heard the man. Make sure you guys go follow him, stream his new EP, excuse me, everything I could find out now. Check it out on Even, pay the price for it because artists deserve to get paid.
Man, I appreciate you, bro.
All right.